Is a follow-up to submitting your invoice from the vendor portal. So you submitted your invoice through the vendor portal, and now you've got a rejection notice, or when you've logged in, you see that your invoice has been rejected. First, let's look at the rejection notice. I've submitted an invoice and got a rejection notice with the invoice number and some possible causes of why this was rejected. So the invoice number, the RecLogic ID number, and the amount of the invoice I submitted. Possible causes, you forgot to attach the associated purchase order that goes with this invoice, or the invoice documentation, or both. You can follow the link back into the vendor portal or simply log in yourself to the vendor portal. I'm currently logged into the vendor portal, and the first page that I come into is my home page, and it shows me all my recent documentations. And I can see here from that notification that I got that this document has been rejected from the status over here under the status column. Clicking on the document number brings me into the document, and I can quickly see by viewing down here in the attachments section that I have no attachments to this documentation, so I must have forgot my invoice and my associated purchase order. So I can easily click on the paperclip, name the file, either choose or browse depending on your browser. With Chrome it says choose file, and that's what I'm using here, or with Internet Explorer Edge it'll say browse. So I can browse to where my invoice would be. Upload the file. And this may take some time depending on how big the file size is. The process bar at the bottom will show you where it's at. I've accidentally uploaded this twice. So you can easily click on it and delete it if you've uploaded it twice. You also need to upload the associated PO that references this invoice. So I'm just going to name this PO, and I could give it a number if I had a number. But this is for an example purposes, so I really don't have a PO for this demonstration. And hit the submit button again. And let's get that open. And I can see the process bar down here. What happened before is that it was not a file that was available for adding into RecLogic that I had selected. So now I have my two files, and once those are uploaded, I can go ahead and resubmit my previously rejected invoice. And now I've successfully resubmitted the information with the required documentation of my invoice, the original invoice documentation that I would have previously mailed to HABC, and the purchase order that I received from HABC when I started my work. Thank you, and have a good day.